Still on the streets with my peeps so deep. We threw a block party for my man going up creek. To do is 2 to 4. Niggas show love from all around the board.
Yeah. What do you think? I didn't notice you there?
Yeah,
listen to my music. Feeling cool. Got the A shirt on. Got the A shirt on. Remember I told you about that guy that's been giving me clothing, apparel, A's clothing, apparel. Just here's a shirt. Here's another shirt. I'm like, where's this coming from? This guy gave me another shirt today. My wife's worried. This guy wants something. I'm worried. Let's just say I don't go in the bathroom at the same time with this guy. Who knows what his intentions are? This guy has bought me more clothes than my mom. it's a great day to be here with you. Great night, actually. Minna in the Bay. It's episode 191. I'm your host, Alex Woody, and I am in a room with books I haven't read, because that's what rich people do. We have books that we don't read on the shelf, and I feel like I'm just missing the cigar in this room. Hang on. Oh, did you hear that? It was a wet one. Happy to be here, looking down at the notes because I'm clueless, guy. I've been going comedy shows. I got a couple coming up. This Wednesday, I got a comedy show in Walnut Creek at Retro Junkie. I'm gonna be there. Show starts at 7:30. I'll be there at 7, and tickets are only $10 if you show up there. $12.50 if you buy it online on Eventbrite. Just go to my Instagram _Alex Woody Comedy. Oof, that was thrown. Or find me on Facebook, Alex Woody, and you can find the link right there. Bada bing, bada boom. And come out. It's going to be fun. I got Mario Hodge headlining. This guy was on the Comedy Central Kevin Hart show, Heart of the City, where they kind of did a thing on Oakland and comedians from Oakland. So it's great. He's funny, and it's going to be wonderful times. So come on out. Grandma, that means you. Did you guys have a good weekend? I had an okay weekend. I went to a wedding, okay? And California is weird because you drive out in the middle of nowhere and it's like, what am I, in the South? I thought I was in Alabama. There's people missing teeth and driving cars with no bumpers and, cousins making out. Like, this is New Orleans. This is Texas. This is odd. And basically it was just these small towns with nothing going on but meth addictions that you just drive by. They're 1 block long. And I'm driving by a river. I thought I was gonna hear the song Bad Moon Rising. I don't know. Is that a song? I was gonna hear some country though. I think I even put some country on. I don't even like it. I was like, yeah, I'm in the mood. I saw those cousins kissing. I was like, this is, yeah, get in the swing of things. And let me tell you, we got to our hotel, and it wasn't a hotel. It was a house converted into a hotel. And they had wine too. The wine tastes like meth, so I don't recommend it. I won't say the name. These guys, they find out. Oh, we heard about your podcast. What? I'm gonna kill you. You know how people are gonna take criticism. But yeah, it was like 10 rooms in this house, converted hotel, and the walls were super thin, and we were next to my parents. I made sure to tell them, hey, the walls are thin. I didn't want to hear anything. And we went to my cousin's wedding. That's why we're up there. Okay, so feel like we're on the bayou, feel like we're in the South, and we're really like just an hour away from our house, but it's so different than where we live. People were talking with missing fingers. If you light a firework, light it and run. You know what I mean? People like that. And we go to the wedding, and it's like in the 90s, okay? and we show up and it's like a 6:30 wedding. Well, the sun's kind of going down a little bit, but it's still hot. And when the sun goes down a little bit, I don't know if you noticed this, it just beams. Zing! It's like beaming, guy. And they have the wedding on a piece of grass right where the sun's hitting. It's like, did we get free suntan coupons? I didn't know this. I would have brought my bathing suit. I'm wearing long sleeve and pants. Just the top is cooking. I want everything to cook. Can I show my cock? You know? I want everything to be tan, not just this, which is nice. This, I don't know if you can tell I got a tan, but this whole area, just the sun's beaming on it. It's like an extra 10 degrees. And, we're sitting there and I'm like this. I got my hand up like I'm at a fucking baseball game, play ball. It's the only time I can see. My son's next to me. He's got his arm on my elbow because he can't even hold his arm up. I was like, yeah, damn straight. Dad can hold his arm up. And then I said that, and then my arms started getting weak. I'm like, oh, yeah, I got grandma's arms. The only thing I lift is a remote control. So we're sitting there, and I'm just like, in my head, I'm like, is this over? Is this over? Have you ever done that? It's like when you're uncomfortable, it's like some of the most insane over and over again thoughts in your head. I mean, I felt like I was a prisoner in some jail cell on an island going crazy. I was like, is this over? Oh my God, the sun's hitting me. This in my head over and over again. Yeah, I want this over because this thing I do. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, I'm gonna die, I'm gonna die, I'm gonna die. And I felt bad for my wife because she had a cold and she's like sniffling next to me, and people are looking at her like she's got COVID. And she finally goes away. She's like, I can't handle this. And I wanted to go, but I got a man out there. And the the lady, God, I got to read one of these books on the shelf because I don't even know what word I want to use. The lady that marries the couple, okay? She wasn't a pastor. She was just someone marrying them. She had a little speech. This is what wedding, this symbolizes wedding stuff. But since we're at a winery, she does it with wine. Okay. So she does the whole ceremony. And then, I think it's wrapping up, but then she goes this thing with the wine, right? And she's like, the red wine is for, fellowship, friendship, da 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 da. I'm like, all right, that's sweet. And then takes a sip, she takes a sip, the groom and the bride. And then this lady turns around and we're like, what is she doing? And then she comes back on and she has white wine now. The white wine symbolizes friendship, eyebrows, and turnips. Like, what? No. And then they sip. And by then I'm cooking, guy. I feel like I fell asleep in a tanning bed. And I'm looking around. It's not just me. Everyone's miserable. The guy behind me, he's miserable. In the beginning of the wedding, he's like, oh, I like this one. It feels good. And I turned around like, you don't like it anymore, do you, cock? Everyone's miserable. You could tell people are kind of moving, like, come on. And then, I'm thinking after the white wine, everything's going to be over. We're going to get to the I do's and then bon voyage. And then we get to dancing, baby, and eating and drink. And, no, I don't do drugs tonight. No. You know what happens? Not that. The lady turns around. She brings out both glasses again, the white and the red, and then she mixes them like she's a fucking chemist at Tesla. And then she puts those two glasses. She goes, now we've mixed them. Now it's like a stew. Hee hee hee. And now the groom and the bride drink. By then, I'm like, if she brings out another glass of wine, I'm gonna kill her. You know what I mean? I'm gonna leave my seat and jump WWF style and fucking knock this lady out and end this wedding in handcuffs if I have to. You know what I mean? At least inside the jail will be cooler. And she finally gets to the I do's, and the groom messed up a couple of lines. I'm like, come on, guy, this isn't a movie you're going for. Just repeat after the lady. We're not paying attention to you. We're paying attention to the sun and trying to get the fuck out of here. But they don't care. They're in the shade. The wedding part where the groom and they are, it's shady, but the seats are getting roasted. So they don't even know our pain. Maybe if they're getting roasted, they would have sped it up. So they finally end. And I'm telling you, when they said now you could take the husband and the bride forever, I was like, yeah, let's go. Everyone's jumping. Yeah. I've never seen so many people excited about someone getting married. People were so excited really for the wedding to be over. They never like give a fuck. They're like, let's go inside. And let me tell you, it was great. Went inside. The drinks, thank God they were free. You ever go to a wedding and the drinks aren't free? God, you want to shoot the groom and the bride, father of the bride, right? Luckily, the beer and the wine were free, and then the slushies were money. Well, yeah, fuck it. I'm not gonna eat it. I'm not gonna drink a slushie. What am I, a college girl in Texas with perky tits? No, a chubby guy in the suburbs with perky tits. So, anyways, I'm standing out there and getting a nice buzz on outside the way. Thank God I'm out in the sun. Thank God I got the sleeves rolled up a little bit, not realizing I'll be getting eaten by mosquitoes here in about an hour. You always forget about mosquitoes. Like, oh yeah, you guys do suck. Blood. So I'm sitting out there, yeah, you get some drinks, the wife and the kids at the table talking to their relatives, and this kid comes up to me. He goes, "Hey, what do you think about this? What do you think about this?" I'm like, "Who are you?" You know what I mean? I'm like, "Yeah, video games are cool." I'm talking, I'm like, "Wait a second, I haven't even met your parents. This is weird." You ever talk to a kid and you don't know their parents? You feel like you're doing something wrong. You're like, "This is inappropriate. I don't think you know what I do for a living." You know what I mean? You don't want to talk to me. Anyways, it got, I'm just talking to the kid. I'm like, I talked to my son. This is weird. You ever talk to someone your age? And then the parents walked by. And then the mom tugged me for a little bit. She wanted probably to see, hey, this guy kind of looks like Harvey Weinstein's cousin. Let's find out if he is or not. And luckily, she found out I'm not, but I act like him. She found out I was a good guy. And she found out, hey, a lot of things. No, the wife was right there. That would have been inappropriate. But you know, you talk to people and, oh, you're from here. I could do small talk and then forget what the fuck we talked about 5 minutes later. It's just talking. Talking's no big deal. Uh, but survive the wedding. Where everyone's out dancing. I do a little dancing. People coming up to me for my autograph after, because like, oh my god, we never see dance moves like that. Chubby guys could move like that. I'm like, I'm an athlete's dad. I'm standing there, huffing and puffing, because from all the great dancing, and I'm like, eh, 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 eh. I'm getting eaten up by mosquitoes. I thought wearing the long sleeves and everything, I'd be fine. I forgot about them too. Forgot about a lot of things, especially small conversations with people. But I got eaten up. It's like mosquitoes will do anything to get me. You know what I mean? It's like mosquitoes are like horny college guys, and I'm like a college chick that doesn't know what the hell's coming my way. Literally. But horrible. I just, hee hee, this is fun. Eaten alive, all over the back of my head and face. I'm like, what's in my blood? Do they know something that I don't know? I mean, why? I mean, do fat people just taste better? I don't get it. I did have a cold shortly before that, so I'm hoping those motherfuckers got that cold and they're sick right now. I hope those mosquitoes are trying to find Kleenex, and that's gonna be a pain in the ass as a mosquito trying to get Kleenex out of a store. Their hands are small, they can't carry much. It's I hope they're dealing with that, because let me tell you, it's not cool. Here's my thing. If you're gonna bite me, let's be consensual about it. Mosquitoes are never consensual. They're the Weinsteins of the insects. They just bite. They don't even do that. They're really sucking you. Someone is sucking you. Something is sucking you without you knowing it. Until the end, you're like, what the fuck? You're like one of Cosby's Sleeping Beauties. Oh, that happened. Horrible. I feel like a victim. Now, and they're out there, those bloodsuckers, and you never know when they're gonna get you. So I guess now I got to put on bug spray and sunscreen, and cologne. I'm like, geez, putting more fluids on me than a monk in a protest about to light myself on fire. Vietnam, it sucked. But weddings are fun, especially when there's free drinks and food. The food was phenomenal. Here's the thing though, as a guy, I can't do some of the things females do. And I ain't talking about that. I'm talking about the old purse. Okay. I'm not gonna wear a man purse. Some men want to do that. Usually those men are a little female like. Okay. I am the opposite from a female. I do have the tits. I'm more of a if I was a female, I'd be like a roller derby girl. I'd be working in a bowling alley. I'm married to a guy named Bud. You know, I am a rough guy, and so I'm a purse kind of guy, basically. And I envy that. I'm kind of upset I'm not because women they can do stuff we can't do at weddings when it comes to food. They can put food in the purse. I can't do that. I could barely fit change in my wallet, let alone brisket. you know? And I watch this lady, she's putting her rolls in. You know what I mean? She's having her husband distract the people that made the food or catering it. It's a mom and pop business. They're like, yeah, we launched every dollar and we make sure, we spend them wisely and food doesn't go to waste. And I can see the lady going, oh, yeah, food doesn't go to waste. You know, and I envied it because I don't have that. And my wife doesn't like to break the law. So I definitely asked that lady with the purse, like, hey, can I get one of those rolls? I feel like when you're watching this, you see my head and the actual background that I'm in. This is like I'm on a spaceship and I'm trying to convince you the background is real. You're talking to me in a real room. And then you see a little image like, no, you're not. You're lying. You're a bad guy. You're trying to trick me. Uh, I wish I had a cool office like this. I don't even have an office. I don't even have a corner. I have to do this podcast in my kid's room with my kid on the bed, and I tell him to plug his ears. No. I make my wife and kid go in the other room, close the door, turn on the fan, blast the TV. You can't hear anything I say because you won't love me anymore. um, the wedding's not the only thing I done recently. I went to quinceanera. It's when a girl becomes a woman in the Hispanic culture. Okay, the old Hispanics. I don't know if it's just Mexicans do it or other races do it, but we go to one. It's like my wife's friend's daughters, right? We don't know it's gonna be really hot. You ever go to an event and you're like, oh, this is gonna be fun, and then the day of it's like scorching. You're like, does God have a Bunsen burner on us? Like, is someone putting a lighter up to our feet? Like, why am I sweating so much? I'm not moving. Then you realize you're fat, and fat people don't like hot weather. But no, this day, the quinceanera, 111, okay? And you got to dress up, right? So we dress up. Another hot day. I did great in the sun. And so we go, and it's just been a couple hot weekends. I'm realizing that. But we go, and it's we're talking about, yeah, at least we're going somewhere where it's air conditioning. It's hot out. And we get there, and it's outside. It's outside in like a barn opening, 111 degrees. We're dressed up. Oh, cool. I was hoping I'd be a guy with no manners. There's always a guy that shows up in shorts to an event. I wanted to be that guy so bad, but my wife won't let me. We show up and it's 111 and it's Gothic theme. Okay. And so I really feel like I'm ill. Man, Lucifer's daughter's quinceanera. What is this? This is bad. And whoop. And let me tell you, I shed some weight that day, which is probably a good thing. I was sweating so much. I looked so miserable. The Mexican people there were looking at me like I was a racist. I was just like, I was like looking at people like I was frowning at them. Like, no, guys, you're not on my lawn. I'm happy. Like, don't. I'm just really hot, you know, but you can't just say that out loud. So I was like trying to do a fake smile, but I looked angry. I looked fucking weird. I was like, People were looking at me like, is he making fun of us? And I was just like, I can't win here. You know what I mean? So had to do some fake laugh while my wife was talking another way. She's like, what are you laughing at? I was like, people are watching me and they think I'm racist. Which I am, but I don't want people to know that. Jokes, people, don't kill me. I had a show recently, and I don't know if you've done a show, if you're a comedian or whatever, but it sucks when there's a band after you because you'll be doing the show and people will come in waiting to see the band. And these people came in, they're talking. No show's going on. Let's talk. Yankees. Astronauts. I like pineapple. I basically had to go up there and be like, can you guys be quiet? Can you guys be quiet? Comedy. It was a rowdy crowd. I mean, you get this show. I mean, you know, this is comedy. You could be at a comedy club where people are quiet. Shh, I want to hear his jokes, Edward. Shh, shh, shh. Or you get at a show where no one gives a fuck. Yeah. I listened to the recording from the show. It's all that. But you can barely hear my jokes. I'm like, hey, the dog ate my ass on. People are just talking and yelling and shit. You know, there's always someone yelling in a bar. People always talk loud in bars too. What is it? You start drinking and the hearing goes out? I don't get it. So I'm up there and I'm he jokes, he and just people are and I'd get them quiet for a little bit and tell jokes and then loud again, and I had to do some act outs. There was one part where I was hitting the drum behind me of the band that was coming up behind me. It's like a punk band, right? I'm hitting the drum, ding, 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 because no one's listening to me. And then the drummer's like this big black guy with the hat flipped up, you know. He's like, I'm like, dude, don't kill me. I was like, I'm just messing around. Like, my jokes suck. No one's listening. He's like, yeah, I get it, dude. You suck. He like felt bad for me, you know. And I told one guy just joking around, like, you're anti-dress. Like I was talking about, like, I had a joke about me wearing a dress, and he's like, that's gay. And I'm like, you're anti-dress. He's like, yeah, I am. Yeah, I hate dresses. I'm like, oh my god, this guy's crazy, or he's messing with me. And then I got off stage and I saw him. I'm like, no, he's crazy. He had like a tattoo here, here, here. When you have 5 face tattoos, you're not sane at all. Not one sane guy who's like an insurance agent goes like, I think I'm gonna get 5 tattoos on my face. Just one day, like I'm gonna go to the grocery store, play golf, and get 5 tattoos on my face. Like it's definitely something. There might be meth or molestation involved. You know what I mean? So that was fun to deal with, you know. And I'm up there and I do the shit story. You can see it on my Instagram. Just you have to scroll down a little bit. I think I might have it on my YouTube too. Go on the Midnight in the Bay YouTube. I think I posted on there. Midnight in the Bay podcast. The shit story. It's a story I do about shitting in a parking lot, right? It's kind of whatever, kind of great. I mean, I'm a chubby guy, bald, beard, last name. What are you gonna expect me to tell a shit story, right? So I'm telling it, and it's this like kind of older lady, maybe 50s in the front row. It looks like she's kind of waiting for someone, and then she's kind of looking at me. She's like, "Ugh," when I'm telling the shit story, and it's not like that graphic a story. I'm just talking about something we've probably all done, you know what I mean, or at least maybe our parents have done, and she's making the gross face, right? I'm like, I guess the story's not for everyone. I finish the story, get off stage, I close with it. The headline goes up. I feel bad. He can't even do his full 30 minutes. Like halfway through his set, he's done like 15 minutes. He's like, you want to see the band? People are like, yeah, fuck you. Like people are ready to, look like people in the audience were looking for Frankenstein. Remember those from the whole movie with the torches and stuff? It looked like the village people with I was waiting for pitchforks and stuff. These people were waiting for the band and they wanted all the comedians out of there. You're ruining it. You're being monsters, you know. So we go outside. The show's over. The band's gonna set up and start playing. I've never heard the band. It's supposed to be a punk band, right? So I'm out there talking about it. Like, hey, yeah, yeah. People were saying, "Oh, you did good." I'm like, "Oh, really? You could really hear me?" And I hear the music starting, and it's like, bloody tampon, eat your mom's pussy. I mean, crazy lyrics. Like, you know, there's mosh pits going on. I walk in because I got to walk through to get to my car. I'm like, holy shit, I'm gonna get punched. I feel like this is, you know, '99. I'm at the Slipknot concert again with my cousin, where people thought my uncle was Bill Clinton because he chaperoned us because we're in sixth grade and we wanted to go to a Slipknot concert. Don't know why I just turned Southern there. No offense. And I'm walking, the guy's yelling, kill, pussy, bloody tampon, just cunt ball. I mean, just weird fucking shit. And I see the old lady who's making a frown face to my shit story, like, I'm like, you frown at shit, but dance at this fucking weird shit. I mean, it was the oddest thing. It was like, you hate it on a story that's really not that graphic. It's me pooping in a parking lot, but you don't mind the bloody tampon in your ear. Your mom smells like Dennis Miller's ear. I mean, it was fucking, I was like, I didn't get it. I was like, these people suck. I mean, fuck this. I didn't get it. Stupid lady, not getting a birthday gift. And I don't even know who that is. But she really isn't getting one from me because I don't know who she is. I leave. And I did that because my nose is full, not because I did cocaine. I leave and I later get a cold, believe it or not. And that was hell. You forget what colds are like. You know, I didn't have one all last year or kind of the year before with everything, you know. And whew, it knocked me out. And yeah, it's fucking weird because you hate going to work, but you hate being at home too, because it's like, fuck, I'm bored. You know what I mean? I don't do much. I'm like, books. This is me reading a book. This is me reading a book. Hey, oh, I'm bored. You know what I mean? I play video games and those get boring. You know what I mean? Like, you can only kill so many fake people, you know? And then, you know, I've seen every fucking movie. If you've done drugs in your past days and skipped out on college, you've probably seen every movie. So I was just like bored, sick, you know, family gone, no son to cry on the shoulder. Those people bring me light. But when I'm by myself, I'm like, ugh, I can't be by myself. What about you? I get so fucking lonely. I'll call people that I haven't talked to since high school. Like, hey, how you doing, dude? Like, hey, what's up? It's Woody. Like, what? You have a Woody? Honey, call the police. Like, there's a pervert on the phone. No, you don't remember me? Oh, Woody? Yeah. Oh, Jesus Christ, man. Do you have a family or something? Like, why are you calling me? Yeah, it's awkward but you know, I'd rather talk to someone I haven't talked to for a while than no one at all, you know. I don't get these. You know what I'm jealous of? Professional loners. Have you seen these guys? Professional loners? They're unbelievable. They just can be by themselves. They'll never call you. You know what I mean? And they can just be by themselves for days on end. And you'll text them like, "Hey, how you doing?" They're like, "Good." They'll give you one word on answers, and they're happy with that. You know. I envy it. I need to work on my like loner skills, like because I'm fucked. If I ever go to prison, I'm fucked. I can't be by myself. You know what I mean? Uh, and that's a place where you want to be by yourself. Get away from me. I don't want to suck cock. You know, I'm gonna have to suck cock because I gotta be around people. You know, so um, yeah, I'm just blown away by these loners, these people I know that just they lock themselves in rooms and apartments, and they go on social media and play video games. That's it. They don't call. They don't. It's odd. It's odd. I don't know. The older we get, is your friends and people you know, they get odder and odder, and then you meet other people from work, and they're giving you A shirts, too many, and you're like, "Are you gay? Are you not? Let me know if you are. Nothing wrong if you are, but this is you're buying more clothes than my grandma has my whole lifetime. So just the old quirky things of life we deal with, right? God, I'm really opening up to you guys. But you know what? The 4 people that do listen to this podcast, you guys help me not pay for therapy. So I appreciate that. We'll be at Retro Junkie in Walnut Creek, 7:30 show this Wednesday. Come on, baby. I'll see you there. Did you see Quiet Place 2? God, that's a movie you can't talk during. I heard they didn't show that movie in black movie theaters. That is the quietest movie ever. The whole point of the movie is you can't make a sound of the monsters hear you. And let me tell you, if you're watching that with a chick, you can't make any fart noises until the monsters attack. I mean, didn't want to fart in front of the wife, and I had some, she's Mexican, she made some Mexican food. I was really, you think your system would get used to Mexican food, but it doesn't. It's just like, and you make the same mistake. Just like forgetting about mosquitoes, I make the same mistake, and I had to wait till a monster attacks before I can, you know. And then if you push too much, you shit your pants, or you can rip your asshole. I remember this kid in high school, Scott. I won't say the last name. Whoops. He ripped his asshole in high school. Unbelievable. And I remember he came into school and he was like, "Yeah, how you doing? All right. Are you wondering why I'm late?" I'm like, "No, I'm trying to edit this video." And he just explained. Has anyone ever just said something without like you asking, "Oh, like what was that?" He just goes into it. He's like, "Yeah, I ripped my asshole. I pushed my poop too hard." I was like, "That's disgusting. I think someone fucked you in the ass. I think you fell asleep and someone fucked you in the ass, dude. I think the good dude was in the dial." But he told me that for the dude. Since I've heard that in high school, I have never pushed my poo out hard. Because who wants to rip an asshole? You know what I mean? I've pooped a lot where it feels like you ripped your ass and you're kind of walking like a cowboy. I've had people look at me like I'm gay, like, Jesus, like I get fucked up in the ass because okay. I've probably just thought that. No one's looked at me probably like, oh my God, that guy got fucked in the ass. So it's probably just self conscious and stupid and fat, like normal heterosexual men. uh, the best thing about doing a podcast with that many listeners, you can say whatever the fuck you want. I love beer. If they ever ban beer in America, I will fucking burn this place down. Or move to France, one of the two. Probably Germany. They probably have more beer than France. And in France, they just talk shit. And they probably really hate fat people in France. Germany, I feel like there's more fat, blonde, bald guys with blue eyes, They see me, they'd be like, brother. You know what I mean? Like, hey, now that Hitler stuff, okay? Saw The Quiet Place. And I thought it was pretty good. That's my movie review. I thought it was pretty good. I don't want to give anything away. That's why I don't really talk about movies on here, because no one wants you to ruin shit. But I will say you gotta be super quiet. I even had the problem with that movie is watch it at home, because I can't imagine seeing that movie in the movie theater and trying to eat your popcorn, especially being a bigger guy. I do the handful. You know what I mean? I don't do the one. That's how you make a mess. You gotta grab and then. Okay, probably not. That's probably why I'm fat. But I do just my style, and my style is loud, and I can't imagine doing anything. Taking a sip of the soda, you're gonna annoy someone. And so watching at home, you could annoy your friend or wife or mom, but it's better than a stranger. That's a lot more awkward. You could piss off a family member. It's no big deal. Oh my God, did you just Alex is farted? Yeah. Stranger, hey, did you just fucking fart? My girl's allergic to farts. Get over here, fat boy. It's like a lot more awkward. You know what I mean? I'm worried about confrontation. Maybe because I've gotten punched in the face, but maybe because I just. Plus, I'm always stoned too. You never want to talk to a stranger when you're stoned, so that could be it too. I say so many incriminating things on here. I hope when I go in for another job, this doesn't ruin it. Everything I say on this podcast is not real. I'm a comedian, okay? None of the things I say are real. Guys, I think before I say any more incriminating things, I'm gonna get to the news. You know, I've been doing funny news things I find interesting that I rip on. We're gonna get to that in a sec, but first off, uh, alcoholism. First off, just want to give a big shout out to my sponsor, Silver Tongue Audio. SilvertongueAudio.org is a great website to go to. Go there, and guess what? You'll get something free. Podcast. Yeah, my podcast is there, Midnight in the Bay, all 191 episodes. Actually, I think the first 10 aren't there, but I'm gonna re-release them. They're fucking insane. I couldn't even get sentences out. I think the first or second episode I did, I was so fucked up, I was puking 10 minutes into it, okay? So we've come a long way, and I'll re-release those. But anyways, the majority of my episodes in the Bay are there at silvertongueaudio.org. Go there, download them. You can also download Dazed and Disturbed, which is a great podcast. It's a podcast about dark subjects that light is shined onto them with the help of a little Mary Jane, a little humor. So go check out that at Dazed and Disturbed. Free downloads right there. And then the NPC podcast, the non-player character podcast. You kidding me, guy? I keep leaning in because the mic's over here. Go check that podcast out. It's about video games. Who doesn't love video games? Okay. It's people in the industry, so they know what they're talking about. So go check that out. NPC podcast, non-player character podcast, right there, all at Silvertongue Audio. More podcasts coming soon there, and big things coming their way. So jump on board before it's too late and they start charging. You know what I mean? Let's get to the news. All right. Oh my gosh. Free heroin, cocaine, and meth handed outside of the Vancouver Police Department. Do you hear Canada ever saying defund the police? I don't think so, because they're getting 3.5 grams of each drug for free. These guys were really out there trying to change the world by giving uh, saving potential of the community drugs. You know what I mean? They're like, we're going to get healthy drugs that are free from fentanyl and harmful additives. How do they know? Where are they getting these drugs that are so clean, supposedly? You know what I mean? It says the group spent roughly 3,000 on drugs and distributed it among groups. We gave out more than the proposed threshold limit. Yeah, no shit. You didn't think you're gonna run out of free drugs? Oh my god, look at the flyer. Oh my god, D-Day. Yeah, no shit. But safe drugs, live bands, free food. What is this? A festival? Protest against the Vancouver model of discrimination. Golden ticket giveaway. Unbelievable. This is not fake, people. Yeah, they ran out of drugs. What a shocker. You know what I mean? So these people believe that giving clean drugs is what's gonna save communities. Unbelievable. We gotta move the podcast to Vancouver. Wow, unbelievable. Yeah, it's gonna save people for a day. I'm just wondering where they bought the drugs. Did they go to Europe? What's the number? Drunk man killed by shark while waddling into sea to relieve himself. Unbelievable, folks. This is crazy. Okay. Now this guy, he's just on the ground, right? It's kind of fucked up. I don't know who should be watching this. Here's my thing, okay? This guy walked in the sea because he had a couple brews with the boys and he wants to pee. I've seen someone do this. My mom, she had to run in the ocean and take a shit. Um, we've all been there, okay? And I just feel bad for this guy. I mean, this guy's out here trying to take a pee, and then a shark come. How shallow are sharks coming to bite people? I mean, that's kind of spooky, you know. That horrible. I shouldn't even show this. And yeah, that's fucked up too. They take a picture of the guy. They pull down his pants a little bit. You see that? That's kind of fucked up. You know what I mean? They pulled down his pants. Hey, let's show his asshole on camera. This guy was stupid and walked in the ocean and got bit. I mean, not the guy's fault. Crazy. But there was a sign saying don't go in the ocean because there's sharks. But the lifeguard didn't say anything. So that lifeguard probably got fired. But unbelievable. Went in the ocean to take a pee. Now here's my thing, guys. Whoa. We'll get to that in a second. Here's my thing, folks. I can't look at that when I talk to you guys. Here, we'll go to that. Why not relieve yourself in a bush or like a tree? You know, why go in the ocean? It just seems kind of. I worry about. You know, you ever heard about those things that crawl up your cock? Have you heard of that? Unbelievable. You know, and these sharks are like fucking. It's like something out of a movie. Like how shallow are they going? This shark fucking fuck this. It's like one bite. You know what I mean? And I saw something too recently where it was about a shark attack, and this organization that is for sharks said, you know, it's not an attack, it's an investigation, right? And I'm like, these sharks aren't investigating; they're attacking when there's blood. You know what I mean? If you're bleeding, that's an attack. I don't. Sorry. You know, there's people pro murderers. You know what I mean? Like, you know, we're not gonna kill all the sharks, but you know, I think some of them should go. Wouldn't you rather go in the ocean and there's nothing there to bite you? Yeah, I don't get these people pro sharks. Oh, we got to keep the shark ecosystem. I think the ecosystem be okay without sharks. I mean, I would like more turtles. You know what I mean? So you know, keep going. Whale boats that kill sharks. You know, this guy was trying to take a pee and got bit. I'd be fucking pissed if I was his family member, and if I was his family member, I would my life would be all right. Time to go murder sharks. I'd be like the guy in the Jaws. Let's go find that shark and fuck it and kill it. You know what I mean? Okay, man, not fuck it. That was going overboard, but let's go kill some sharks. You know, in my opinion, and I'm probably gonna get a lot of flack from the shark people. You know, some can go. I don't want to get bit. I mean, this is what ruins it. I love to go pee in the ocean. I've done it in a wetsuit, which is basically peeing on yourself. But I would love to be able to go pee in the ocean. That's what our native ancestors did. But I can't feel comfortable doing that now that a guy's going, you know, knee deep and getting bit. I mean, and how hungry are these sharks? I mean, maybe they should go and we put them out of their misery. I mean, they're just biting guys. You know, it's not an attack; it's an investigation. I couldn't believe I read that. Ugh, this one. Oh my god! You're wondering what that video was. Here it is. Man hospitalized after wife puts a chastity nut. The fuck is a nut on his penis while he slept? This wife put this chastity. You know, I've heard of a chastity lock. But I guess a nut. I don't know if it's the same thing on this guy's nuts because I guess to stop him from sleeping around. Hey, how about you just leave him? You know, this is it right here. Look at that. It's like a lock thing on there. Oh my god, it's in Russia. Of course it's Russia, right? Oh my god. Look at that. They got a fucking drill. Oh my god. Unbelievable. Oh my god. Look at they're pouring like some kind of water on it. What is that? Oh my god, look at this. Can you imagine someone doing a saw by your nuts? Oh my god, is that his dick? Why is his dick hard? You know what I mean? Why is his dick up? Dude, I can't believe. And here's my thing: a woman puts that on you while you're sleeping. You don't feel it. You know what I mean? Like I feel my wife moving in her sleep. I mean, is this guy just getting drunk off the vodka? I mean, Ukraine, sorry, not Russia. Same thing though. Is this guy just getting drunk off the vodka? And he's like, blast out, and she puts it on him. Unbelievable. And here's my thing too: just leave the guy. You know what I mean? That's fucked up. Or how about this? I remember when I was in my young 20s, a woman who was married slept with me because her husband slept with a younger woman. Do that. You know what I mean? I put you in touch with this lady, but I can't get a hold of her. But she should do that. Find a young man to bang and make your husband jealous. I mean, that's what women do when their husbands cheat. You know what I mean? That's why I won't cheat, because I know my wife would find a rock looking motherfucker that I'd never be able to compete with. And so this is unbelievable. I mean, this is and any story about a penis being suffocated is just traumatizing and very hard to listen to. One more penis story. Last one. I don't know why there are so many penis stories in the news this week. Man nearly strangles his penis to death with rubber bands. So Illinois man suffering from dementia. This is scary. Apparently, when you have dementia, you strangle your penis with rubber bands. Yeah, this 81-year-old man went to the hospital after suffering from a diabetic uh, ketoacidosis. I'm part retard, guys, so bear with me. But potentially a deadly reaction to low levels of insulin stemming from his uncontrollable diabetes. So this leads to apparently strangling your penis. It's kind of weird because I've read the whole article and there's no link to this. Um, I think they're just saying this guy was suffering stuff and he had to go to the hospital. And while he was in the hospital, they discovered that he was strangling his his balls because they asked him, like, by the way, you're it says it right here. By the way, we asked, there's testicular torture going on here, and the man seemed confused. Yeah, I would seem to confused too if you asked about something deep and dark I was doing, and you discovered that. Yeah, I'd be embarrassed too. Like, what? No, I never jerked off to that. If you pulled up my history, I would play confused too. Confucius say, I don't know what you're talking about. Um, they had to do a bunch of things, which I don't want to repeat, to remove the rubber bands because they were stuck, and help the guy. And an organ like a penis could probably tolerate this for a couple hours if you don't pass out with the pain. However, eventually the pressure becomes too great and the arteries become compressed as well. In theory, if you left it long enough, the penis could fall off, but I've never seen that happen. Jesus Christ. Like, I love how he challenged people too, because there's weirdos like, oh, that doctor's never seen that. He'll be seeing that later. Crazy. I mean, the crazy part is you see stuff like this and you're like, I think it's weird that I do this, but then you read this and you're like, I'm really not that weird. Or there is other weird people out there, and I need to step up my weird game, get a little weirder. I need to buy some rubber bands. Babe, find me some rubber bands. Oh my God, unbelievable. Did you have fun? I had a lot of fun tonight. Guys, that's been the podcast. Um, like I said, you can go on Instagram and find me under _ Alex Woody Comedy. You can follow that page, my comedy page, and the Midnight in the Bay page. Just look up Midnight in the Bay podcast. Subscribe and like the Midnight in the Bay podcast page on YouTube. And come to my show Wednesday at Retro Junkie. I'll be there in Wanna Creek, 7:30. We'll be doing tons of comedy. Mara Hodge also will be at the Voice Party show in Richmond on Sunday, doing a set, doing some comedy. So come to that if you're in California. Grandma, you better be there. And with that, I am out. Let's take it away, White Wolf. We'll hip hop for you. We'll hippity hop 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 hop. I love you guys. Yeah. Probably should have sped up the song, you know. This is the end of the show. Need a producer.
Still on the streets with my peeps so deep. We threw a block party for my man going up creek. To do is 2 to 4. Niggas show love from all around the board. Peace, Lord. Sony Handycam or record. Pop a bottle. Cause when you come home, we still got it on. We can watch the tape, play back, and just zone. Film all the bitches on the benches with ill intentions. We blocked the streets off. Only crew cars could enter. Music was out and it was crowded. Barbecue